where the power is. Alice and I, we want to close out today's program each with our own thoughts about what's happening right now. We find ourselves in a moment like no other, yet aspects of it we recognize from the history books that we all read throughout school. We recognize the same struggle that the folks in Stonewall faced, that folks went to Seneca Falls for. We recognize the same struggle that every social justice movement has been inspired by. And a lot of us might even recognize the fear. What I recognize, though, from every social justice movement throughout American history, and what I recognize in this moment, is all of you out here today ready to fight back. And this moment, let's be honest, is one of fear. We are scared, we are concerned, we are confused to how this can even be happening right now. But if you think back to Stonewall, if you think back to Seneca Falls, if you think back to those lunch counters across the South, if you think back to any time where grassroots movements have risen up, yes, they felt the fear, but they chose to go out into the world with courage instead. So that is what everybody here today is choosing to do, to show the world courage. Maybe you do that sometimes through Facebook, through an Instagram story, and that's great, right? Maybe you do it today by showing up here. That's great too. Let me remind you though, that being here today with a sign in the rain, in the grass, and community is wonderful, but it is not where the action needs to stop. As has been mentioned before, there is currently a big old BS bill before the United States Senate that is getting ready to slash SNAP benefits, to slash Medicaid. Yeah. When I was 3 months old, my father passed away in a car accident. It left my single mom to take care of me and my sister all on her own. I am here today because of SNAP, because of WIC, because of Mass Health. So you better believe that when these crazy people that are somehow in the United States Senate and in the House of Representatives, except for Representative McGovern, we love him. You better believe, though, that when those MAGA Republicans in those halls of Congress are coming for those same programs that allowed me to be standing here today, I am going to fight like hell and call and contact every one of their offices like I've been doing for the past few months until they learn to vote no on something that's going to hurt their constituents. And I hope you all are ready too. And to address the orange elephant that is trying to get into everybody's rooms. Understand that Donald Trump looks to the history books and he is recognized or inspired by something else, not by the social justice movements, but he's inspired by the dictators, by the monarchs, by the oligarchs that have taken power away from societies. He's inspired by the fear that they've evoked into people. And that is exactly what he is doing. And by the way, let me know, I know a lot of people here today are especially feeling this sense of being just so pissed off as well. And so tired, because we knew this was coming. People out here read Project 2025. People out here heard the crazy BS he was saying, and people heard what Kamala Harris was saying and what she called out and what is now happening. So know that you are not alone in feeling tired in this moment. But know that just because we are tired does not mean that we are going to rest in fighting back against what Donald Trump is doing right now. Because Northampton, we have something that Donald Trump doesn't have. We have something that the MAGA Republicans in Congress don't have. Northampton, we have love on our side. Northampton, we have respect on our side. Northampton, we have dignity humanity on our side. Northampton, we have humanity on our side. Northampton, I see a sign right there. Joy is an act of resistance. We have joy on our side. And Northampton, we have the most powerful force that is always carried throughout every single movement throughout American history. Northampton, here today, next to you and around the country, you better believe we have the goddamn people on our side. We have the people on our side, and it's because we are the side of the people that we will always win as long as we continue to have hope, we continue to fight like hell, and we continue to be there for each other. Be there for your neighbor, your queer neighbor, your black and brown neighbors. Be there for your disabled neighbors. Be there for your immigrant neighbors as ICE is kidnapping them off of the streets. And finally, remember that we are all here today for something more than ourselves. Yes, we're here for our neighbors, but we are especially here for the generations that are about to follow us. I've seen so many folks who are even younger than me and Alice who are here today, right up here. I've noticed you. Remember, we are here for them. We are here for the kiddos who deserve lunch on their school trays. We are here for them to have an education that teaches them all of American history. We're here for them to have health care, to have a healthy planet with clean air and drinkable water for their future. We're here for them to be safe from violence in their classrooms. We're here for their future. So if you're feeling tired and you're feeling disheartened, let that encourage you. Let that empower you as we keep going forward. Let the next generation, because all of those folks that I spoke about earlier at Stonewall and Seneca Falls and throughout the Civil Rights Movement, and even in the Revolutionary War, they were fighting not for themselves, but for the next people in their shoes. So our shoes are a little damp today, but let's keep fighting for the next people in our shoes. Thank you so much for being here. And to end off our program today, it is the greatest honor in the world that I have right now to welcome the person who got me into coming to rallies and activism. I remember standing on a sidewalk over there outside of City Hall and seeing an absolute badass organizer standing up there organizing for the Women's March that year. And it told me I want to get to be a part of this. So please welcome the reason I'm here today, Alice Jenkins, your other organizer.
All right, Joey Pisani, everyone. Don't let him give me all the flowers. I've never seen someone command a crowd quite like he does. I took a lot of time thinking about what I could say today. I've been organizing rallies for 3 years, but standing in front of a crowd this size, it kind of feels like my one moment to really make a pitch. One thing I've learned as an organizer is that courage is contagious. I'm a freshman at Syracuse University. I go to big football games. I buy too many concert tickets. And after this event, I'm going to work an 8-hour shift as a waitress. All that to say, I am no different than all of you. The only difference is that I was just inspired at a different time. There isn't a single torch that is passed down to chosen people who lead. It is more of an eternal flame, and I know that sounds cheesy, but stay with me. It started here in Massachusetts when the Patriots stood up to tyranny. It spread through the abolitionists, Sojourner Truth right here in Northampton. It spread through the suffragettes. And now it's back in Massachusetts, once again, standing up to a tyrant. That flame is here today, and it is spreading to all of you, and it's up to you what you want to do with it. Being involved and being a leader is a choice, one that all of you can make, and one that all of you are making by being here today. There's a lesson that I have had to learn the hard way, both in the past and more recently, and that is that no matter how qualified you are or how much you think you deserve it, there may always be people who do not give you a seat at the table. And if I could give one piece of advice to all of you, especially any young people that may be here today, it would be to bring a damn folding chair. Bring a folding chair, a stool, a stump, whatever suits you. And if you can't bring any of that, you stand right there and you hold your ground until they listen. The only politics I've ever known is the Trump era, and let me tell you, I am over it. I did not stand with my hand over my heart saying with liberty and justice for all every morning before school to accept anything less. I will not accept unwarranted ICE raids and illegal deportations. I will not accept violence as the only response to peaceful protest. I will not accept that it's controversial to stand against a genocide. I will not accept thoughts and prayers while children are being shot in school. I won't accept the lie that anti-abortion laws are placed with the intention to save babies. And I absolutely will never accept the notion that to love my country, I must sit here complacent and silent. I know that this fight will get long and it will get tiring, but we cannot give up and we cannot give in. We cannot let fear win no matter what. The felon in the White House is a coward. He is afraid. He is threatened by people like all of us, by young people ready to take a stand and fight for our future. I have one thing to say about that. He absolutely should be. I want to finish off today's rally by thanking my fellow organizers, Joey Pisani and Marisol Pierce-Bonifaz, who worked tirelessly with us despite not being able to be here today. I want to thank all of our amazing speakers and tables for being here and sharing such powerful messages. How about a round of applause for them? I also want to thank the City of Northampton and the Northampton Police Department for working with us so willingly and always, always, always supporting our right to protest unconditionally. And most of all, I wanted to thank all of you for showing up to the only youth-led rally in Western Massachusetts. Before we all disperse, I'm going to hand the microphone over for a quick plug about another event, but I just wanted to make sure that everyone knows to please get home safe, and the work starts here. This is absolutely not the end. Thank you.